Trauma isn't what happened to you. It's the story your subconscious keeps replaying. This may feel like a surprising truth, even a difficult one to accept at first glance. We often believe that the painful event itself holds all the power, that it is a fixed and unchangeable scar on our lives. Yet the real weight comes from the narrative that our inner world constructs around that event. The story is what echoes through our days, coloring our perceptions, guiding our reactions, shaping the very person we believe ourselves to be. It is a constant loop, playing silently in the background, keeping old wounds fresh and alive. This recognition, while challenging, is also where your freedom begins. If the story is the source of the ongoing pain, it means you have a place to do your work. It means you are not forever trapped by the events of the past. Coping is what we do to manage the symptoms of that old story. We build walls, we distract ourselves, we numb the feelings, we push through the day. Coping is about survival, about getting by. But it does not change the underlying narrative. It doesn't quiet the echo. It simply muffles it for a little while, leaving you exhausted from the constant effort of holding it all together. True transformation, however, is a different path. It is not about managing the story, but about gently and consciously rewriting it. It is about stepping into the role of the author of your own life. This does not mean pretending the painful event never occurred. The facts of the past remain. But you can change the meaning your mind has assigned to those facts. You can change the conclusion of the story. This video won't burden you with complex language. Instead, it will offer you 3 simple, practical tools you can start using today to begin this gentle process of rewriting. These tools are designed to work with your whole being, your mind, your body, your heart. They are small actions, gentle steps that invite your subconscious mind to learn a new, kinder truth about who you are. The journey is not about fighting with your past or forcing yourself to feel better. It is about tending to the wounded parts of yourself with compassion and offering them a new path forward. It is about teaching your nervous system that the danger has passed and that you are safe now. Let us begin this journey together. One small, hopeful step at a time. To understand why these old stories have such a powerful grip, we must look at how our minds are designed to protect us. When you experience something overwhelming or dangerous, your brain's primary job is to ensure your survival. It creates a powerful emotional memory, one far more potent than a simple collection of facts. This memory is not just about what happened. It is infused with the intense feelings of that moment. The fear, the helplessness, the shame, the pain. Your subconscious mind, the deep instinctual part of your awareness, holds on to this emotional memory like a warning signal, ready to sound the alarm at any hint of a similar threat. This survival mechanism is brilliant in a moment of true danger. However, the subconscious does not always know when the danger has passed. It keeps replaying that emotional memory, not to hurt you, but in a mistaken attempt to keep you safe. Each time the memory loop runs, your body relives the feelings as if they are happening right now. The alarm bells ring, your heart races, your muscles tense, the old sense of threat floods your system. This creates an echo chamber within you, where the pain of the past is never allowed to fully recede. It becomes a permanent resident in your inner world. From this constant echo, a survival narrative is born. As a child, you might have learned, I must be invisible to be safe. I have to be perfect to be loved. As an adult, following loss or betrayal, the story might become, I am not worthy of trust. I will always end up alone. These are not objective truths about who you are. They are meanings your mind attached to painful events to make sense of them and to try to prevent them from happening again. These stories, born in pain, can become the foundation of your identity. You begin to live your life through the lens of this survival story. It dictates your choices. It influences your relationships. It limits what feels possible for you. You might avoid opportunities for fear of failure because the story says you are not enough. You might push away connection for fear of being hurt because the story says you will be abandoned. The narrative that was once a shield becomes a cage that keeps you from truly living. Recognizing this is the first step toward gently dismantling that cage and finding your way out. Many of us have tried to heal by using logic and reason. We tell ourselves, that was in the past. It's over now. I know that I am a good person. I shouldn't feel this way. We gather evidence to disprove the old, painful belief, hoping facts will convince our inner world to change. Yet, despite all this effort, the old, familiar feeling rises again. This can be incredibly frustrating and can lead to a sense of hopelessness. The reason logic alone often fails is that trauma's story is not stored in the logical, rational part of your brain. It resides much deeper, in the emotional and instinctual centers, and in the cellular memory of your body. The subconscious mind does not primarily speak the language of words and facts. It speaks the language of feelings, images, and sensations. Trying to argue with a deeply held emotional belief using logic is like trying to put out a fire with a fan. Your nervous system has been conditioned to react in a certain way. When a trigger appears, a sound, a situation, or even an internal thought, it doesn't wait for your logical mind to analyze the situation. It instantly activates the old survival pattern. This is a bodily response, not a cognitive one. Your heart races, your breathing changes, and your muscles tense for a fight or a flight that is no longer needed. To create lasting change, you must work directly with this bodily response. You must teach your nervous system through experience that it can feel safe now. This is why the work of rewriting trauma is not an intellectual exercise. It is an embodied practice. It involves creating new experiences for your subconscious and your body to learn from. It requires tools that bypass the chattering, logical mind and speak directly to the parts of you that are still holding on to the pain. You must offer your inner world a new emotional experience, a new image, a new physical sensation of safety. It is through this gentle, experiential re-education that the old patterns begin to loosen their grip and a new, more peaceful way of being can finally take root. At our core, we are all story-making beings. From the moment we are small, we use stories to understand the world, to connect with others, and to make sense of our own experiences. A story gives structure and meaning to the random flow of events in our lives. When something painful happens, our mind instinctively scrambles to create a narrative around it. This story helps us answer the question, why did this happen? What does this mean about me? Repetition makes stories feel true. Each mental rehearsal etches the narrative deeper, and your nervous system responds as if it's happening again. But here is the most hopeful truth. Stories can be edited. You have the power to become the conscious author of your inner world. Tool 1. Subconscious reframing. The first technique is called subconscious reframing. Its goal is to gently change the core, negative belief that was formed during the traumatic experience. This is not about arguing with yourself, but about offering your subconscious mind a new, more compassionate, and truthful alternative. We will do this in 4 simple and clear steps. This practice is best done in a quiet moment when you will not be disturbed, perhaps with a journal and pen in hand. It is a way of planting a new seed in the garden of your mind, a seed of a kinder story about yourself. First, you must find the core belief. Bring to mind a painful memory, but choose one that feels manageable, not the most overwhelming one. Gently ask yourself a powerful question. What did this experience make me believe about myself? Listen for the answer that arises. It will likely be a short, harsh sentence. I am unworthy. I am powerless. I am broken. It was all my fault. Write this sentence down. This is the old story, the core belief that has been running in the background. Seeing it on paper can be a powerful first step. Next, you will consciously separate the event from the meaning. This is a crucial step in loosening the story's grip. Look at your written belief, then say to yourself, first, this event happened. Acknowledge the fact of it, then immediately follow with, and this is the meaning I made from it. Notice the space you create between the fact and the story. The event was an occurrence. The meaning, however, was your mind's interpretation, its attempt to make sense of the pain. This simple act of separation helps you see that the belief is not an inherent truth, but a conclusion that was drawn under duress. Finally, you will rewrite the belief and practice the switch. Create a new, more compassionate belief to replace the old one. If the old belief was, I am weak, a new one could be, I did what I needed to survive. If the old belief was, I am broken, the new one could be, my heart is healing and becoming whole. Write the old belief on one line, and directly below it, write your new, kinder belief. Read the new belief aloud to yourself 3 times. Do this simple practice once a day for a week. By repeating the new belief, you are offering your subconscious a new pattern, a new path to follow. Tool 2. Memory Rescripting in a safe space. The second tool, Memory Rescripting, is a gentle guided visualization. It's designed to change the emotional ending of a painful memory without altering the facts. The goal is to update the memory file in your subconscious so it's no longer stored with fear or helplessness. This practice requires creating a feeling of safety before you begin. To begin, choose a memory to work with. It's wise to start with a memory that's moderately difficult, not the most intense one you carry. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Close your eyes if that feels safe for you, or simply lower your gaze. Take a few slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to soften with each exhale. Silently say to yourself, I am safe in this moment. I am here now. Remind your body the event is over. You're a gentle witness to a memory, not reliving it. You are in control. Now, allow the memory to arise, but imagine you are watching it on a movie screen from a safe distance. You are in the audience, not on the screen. See the scene play out, and notice the younger version of yourself within that scene. Observe what is happening, but maintain your position as a safe, compassionate observer. You are not there to judge or analyze, but simply to witness with kindness. If at any point the feelings become too intense, you can open your eyes, feel your feet on the floor, and return your awareness to the present moment. Here is the most important step. Imagine your wise, compassionate, present-day self entering the scene. Picture yourself, as you are now, walking onto that movie screen. You are calm. You are strong. You are full of kindness. You walk over to that younger version of you. You might place a protective hand on their shoulder, wrap them in a warm, comforting blanket, or simply stand between them and the source of the danger. You can speak to them, saying the words they needed to hear back then. You are not alone. I am here with you. You are safe now. Change the ending of the scene, not by changing the past, but by bringing your present-day strength and compassion into it. Stay there until the younger you feel safe and the scene resolves in a peaceful way. Our third tool is called emotional conditioning. Its purpose is to retrain your nervous system to respond differently to triggers. A trigger is anything, a sound, a smell, a place, a certain tone of voice that your subconscious has linked to the original traumatic experience. When you encounter a trigger, your body can automatically go into a state of alarm. This technique works by creating a new association, pairing the trigger with a state of calm and safety. The first step is to identify a small, manageable trigger. Instead, choose something mild. It could be a word you read, a specific time of day, a subtle feeling in your body. For example, the sound of a door slamming, seeing an angry face on TV. By naming the trigger, you bring it into conscious awareness, the first step in changing your relationship with it. Next, you will consciously choose a new bodily state of calm. This will be your go-to resource. This state should involve your breath, your posture, your imagination. For example, sit up tall and straighten your spine to signal confidence to your body. Then take a slow breath in for 4 counts. Hold it gently for 2 counts, and breathe out slowly for 6 counts. As you do this, bring to mind a peaceful image, like a quiet lake or a sun-drenched meadow. Practice this routine a few times until it feels familiar and calming. The core is to pair the trigger with your new calm state in a quiet, safe moment. For just a second, think of the trigger. As soon as you bring it to mind, immediately engage your calming routine. Repeat several times. You are creating a new neural pathway, teaching your brain. When this happens, we do this instead. Breathing is one of the most direct and powerful ways to communicate with your nervous system. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. If it feels comfortable, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Reduce external distractions and turn your attention inward. Allow yourself to arrive fully. There is nothing you need to fix or change. Make the exhale slightly longer than the inhale. This activates rest and relaxation. Breathe in through your nose for 4. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Repeat for 4 or 5 rounds. Don't force it. Let the breath be easy and smooth. Place a hand on your chest or belly. Then after your final round, let your breath return to natural. Silently say your new kind belief once. When you're ready, open your eyes and notice how your body feels. The inner work of reframing beliefs and rescripting memories is the foundation of healing, but the transformation becomes real when you begin to live it in the outer world. Your subconscious mind learns most powerfully through experience and evidence. To truly anchor your new, kinder story, you need to provide it with proof that it is true. This is done through small, intentional actions that align with the new identity you are cultivating. Small, consistent steps are often the most powerful. Practice the principle of act as if. Choose one small action you would take if you already believed your new story. Example. Belief. I am worthy of peace. Small action. Sit in silence for 5 minutes without your phone. Example. Belief. I am capable and resilient. Small action. Take on a small task you've been avoiding. Become a gentle detective as you act. Look for evidence that supports your new story. Each evening, write down one small piece of evidence that aligns with your new narrative. Example. I handled a stressful moment with a deep breath. Example. I spoke kindly to myself when I made a mistake. That list becomes a growing body of proof. Behavior shapes identity. Actions, not just affirmations, rewire your sense of self. Each aligned behavior is a vote for a new identity. This is who I am now. Start small, be consistent, and expand gradually. Over time, the new story will feel less like practice and more like your natural truth. You did not choose the story that you inherited from your pain. That narrative of fear, of unworthiness, of being unsafe was written for you in a moment of profound vulnerability. It was a survival mechanism, a shield your mind created to protect you. For a long time, that story may have felt like the only truth, an unchangeable reality that defined the boundaries of your life. But the time for just surviving is over. The power to change that story does not lie in forgetting the past. It lies in how you choose to relate to it now, in this present moment. The journey of healing is a process of reclaiming your authorship. You can hold on to the facts of what happened, the unchangeable events of your history, while gently releasing the painful meanings attached to them. You can teach your body and your nervous system that the threat has passed, allowing the constant state of high alert to soften into a state of peace. Through gentle, consistent practice, you can lay down new neural pathways, creating new responses and new possibilities for how you show up in your life. This work is done in small, compassionate steps. It is done by separating event from meaning, by bringing your wise, adult self to comfort wounded parts of you. and by teaching your body the feeling of safety through your own breath. It is solidified by taking small, brave actions in daily life that prove your new, kinder story is true. You are not at war with your past. You are simply taking back the pen, ready to write the next chapter with intention, wisdom, and a deep and abiding kindness for yourself. Remember that you are the author. The past is a chapter already written, but you get to decide what it means in the context of your whole story. You decide what comes next. The power has returned to your hands. You are not defined by the story that was given to you in a moment of pain. You are defined by the story you choose to write from this day forward. The ink is fresh, the page is open, you are ready to begin. You don't erase the past, you reclaim authorship.